Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh boy, I have not done a video in a while. Well, I hope everyone's doing well. Good morning to all. And today we are going to be talking about a few different things. So, first off, I would like to give a shout out to Brian, who talked me into doing videos again. One of my good friends, we were having dinner a few nights ago, and he had a YouTube channel, and we were talking about it. And I haven't done YouTube videos in a while, so I thought I'd jump back into it. Why not? And I always think that things that I'm reading right now or learning about, if I articulate them out loud, I learn more. So it's good for me. And if you guys pick up anything good, great, awesome. And it's pretty much how I learned Japanese at the time. So just speaking out loud or business school stuff, that's always helped me. So tip for the day. Anyway, today's video is about what the hell is a mastermind. What the hell is a mastermind? What is a mastermind? How do you create a mastermind? The word gets thrown out a lot. If you've never heard about it, this is a perfect video for you. Or if you've heard about it and you want to learn something a little bit new or a different perspective, always good too. I do have my coffee, by the way, because it is early morning and in 20 minutes I got to start working. So thought I'd make this quick video. And today we will talk about what is a mastermind, examples of masterminds, how you can create a mastermind, and my recommendation on masterminds that I've gotten a lot of benefit from over the past year and years. So today we'll break it down. So a mastermind was actually, the concept was coined by Napoleon Hill. And if you've never listened to Napoleon Hill or read Napoleon Hill, at the turn of the century, he wrote the book, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. It's a great book. He basically, long story short, looked at all the most successful people at the time, 100 years ago, found the common denominators and put them in a book, right? So these are things that's like classic success. And if you read like a lot of new stuff, you'll find stuff taken from that. So in 1925, he made the book Law of Success in 16 Lessons. In 1937, he rewrote the book, which is way more popular, Think and Grow Rich. And I'm actually rereading that right now, hence the video. So definitely must reads, by the way. You definitely want to read those books. First chapter of Law of Success is about the mastermind. All these successful people, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, the Firestone guy, all these guys all met together once in a while and would create the mastermind. And it's a key tool to use that various groups that they use to network, to brainstorm, and basically pool energy from each other and learn from each other and into a new entity. If you look at the book, his definition is really the blending of multiple minds in synergy and harmony, and you're creating almost like a super brain. It's the same idea as kind of a round table where everybody goes in and you're learning it from each other person, and you're starting to pick up those habits, traits, and personality from other people. So very interesting key term there. If you look at, ideally, when you're doing masterminding, it's bringing into a group, everybody's like-minded, and you have the intention of a certain goal. And the goal could be to better yourself. The goal could be, in business, for example, you guys could have a mutual goal of making the business bigger. This is kind of where startups come in. It's people coming together in harmony with the same outcome that they're wanting to go for. So examples of this, boardrooms, networking clubs, the old hunting lodges, think tanks are a great example of people coming in together to brainstorm. And once they start kind of thinking about things, the ball gets rolling. They can do a lot more together than they can apart. There's a really good example. Startups, another good example. And if you look at kind of success and self-improvement circles, you can leverage the skills and mindsets of your mastermind, and you really do begin to absorb the energy, the traits, the mindset, the skill sets of the other people. So old school methods, people they would really tailor and really choose wisely on who they wanted to associate with and who was invited into the mastermind. Again, it's really just people kind of coming together, in physical proximity as well. So let's talk about some examples of this. Maybe break it down a little bit easier. Examples I remember, so I used to be into Tony Robbins. I actually went to one of his events in Tokyo, and he tells the story of his mastermind, where he was making good income at the time, but he really wanted to reach a new level. And there was kind of a mastermind going on. They didn't call it a mastermind, but it was a group of people, all these millionaires, they were going to this private island, and he was invited, but he had to pay a certain amount. He didn't know if he could afford it, and he was like, should I do the investment? Ends up paying for the investment. He goes, and he said he spent like about 5 days with these people, and he learned so much. And afterward, that following year was his most explosive year. So it's kind of absorbing the habits, traits, and most of all, the energy of the other people, kind of when you're in physical proximity with them. You can still do this over the phone, though, which is really cool. What else? Benjamin Franklin, for example, also had a mastermind group. It's referred to as Junto. That was his big thing, where he would go into circles of people to better himself. And that was like a big point too. I'll also include, I was reading another article on masterminding. It's in Forbes. Forbes magazine was posting an article that the most successful people all do this technique. And that's why it's really important to network. And you want to network with ideally positive, like-minded people. And you can kind of guess what your current mastermind is by who are you naturally gravitating toward? Who are you spending the most time with right now? If you talk to a self-improvement person, or if you read self-improvement books, they always talk about your personality, or who you are is the average of your 5 best friends. That's you're mirroring exactly who they are. If you talk to a financial person, your finances will be the average of your 5 best friends. So maybe it's something to do with 5 people, but it's always on those you're spending the most time with. So you want to ask yourself, who am I spending the most time with? Whether it be your partner or your family or your friends or your colleagues, right? And you pick the top 5 who you spend the most time with, and you might see the similarities. Who do you naturally gravitate towards? Who do you have chemistry with? Who do you have that natural connection and kind of the same personality with? And if you have this as a tool, basically, you can start to consciously pick and choose who you want to mastermind, who do you want to start emulating in a lot of ways. And you can do this with almost like any industry or any type of thing that you want to improve in your life, which is really important. If you want to get more in shape, right, then you want to start associating with people that are in better shape than you, that are going down the same track as you. If I was a musician, for example, I kind of wish I was, but if I was a musician, I'd want to associate with some of the top musicians in the world and just be around them, pick their brains, learn from them. That's kind of like the idea you want to start going for. So I hope that was helpful. What do you need next? What do you need to make a mastermind? All right, so here's kind of the give and take. It can be 2 or more people. There doesn't have to be an infinite amount. I think like the best, there's something about the number 7, lucky number 7 really works, but it can be as many as possible. At least 2 people. You want to have similar, like-minded, and ideally positive people, and you want to definitely connect with people that are going down the same track as you, that have the same interests. They don't have to be super lined up. I have a group, I'll just let you guys know, like I have a group that I do on Saturdays that I love, that we go to the beach, we work out, we jump in the ocean usually, and we go and have breakfast and coffee. And I consider that a mastermind group. We don't call it that. It's really just our Saturday morning workout group. But it's all people who, we all have the same interests. We all vibe together. I learned a lot from them. And you always feel energized at the end of it. So that's like a version of a mastermind. Anyway, going back to what you need to make a mastermind. So you want to have similar, like-minded, ideally positive people. Sometimes it's good to have people that have strengths and weaknesses that complement your own. Same thing in forming a company or a team. You want everybody to be very, jive well personality-wise. They all have that synchronicity. I hope I said that right. Synchronicity. But it doesn't mean, everybody has the same strengths. You want to have strengths and weaknesses on the team that complement your own, right? Play to your strengths, but know your weaknesses. Next thing is you want to meet regularly at least once a month. Once in a while is good. Once a month is better. every week is best, good, better, best. And a big thing though is masterminding. And I think this is the common misconception though that I see. So I definitely seen a lot of groups out there that talk about join our mastermind group, join our mastermind group. And a lot of people join them for selfish reasons. They join it so like, what can I take out of this? What can I want to do this so this group can just make my dreams come true or whatever goals I have. And you want to have to be in the spirit of giving. And that's really where the mastermind comes into play. You want to focus on giving in the mastermind. Give as much as you like to receive. It should be a mutual exchange. You should be going there to contribute, and other people should also be going there to contribute. And that's really how you get kind of, the ball rolling in a lot of ways. So hope that was definitely helpful on what you need to make a mastermind. Next, I'll finish this up. Recommended masterminds, ones that I've really worked with that have really helped me. First one is called Self-Perfected. So this is one I've joined about a year ago, and we meet every Friday. It is by invitation only, so if you'd like to check it out, feel free to message me, connect with me on Facebook, and I can add you and send an invitation, or talk to you a little bit more about it. But we talk about everything, from relationships to health to finance to business. There's a lot of people that have really increased their income in a year. It's kind of crazy. I could get into it, but there's some people that have like double, triple, quadruple their income in a year from this one because of some of the techniques. Definitely recommend it. It's free, but it is by invitation. So reach out to me if you'd like to be involved with that. I try to make every single one. It's usually on Fridays. Second one, called Global Information Network. Now, this is one that actually I joined when I was living in Tokyo. Great group. This is like the positive center. You'll never meet a group of more positive people than this, and it's like plugging into a battery and getting like a supercharge. You can learn a lot from this group. They do have a subscription. I've been in it for about, I don't know, definitely a few, longer than a few years, and I've met a lot of great friends from all over the world. They have events that they happen all over the world, meetups, online calls, and a few courses from memory training to real estate. It kind of covers all the things. And I will include the link in the description below if you want to check it out as well. But that is something that I definitely recommend. Those are two masterminds. So Self-Perfected, Global Information Network. I've gotten a lot of value from both of them. So encourage you guys to check it out. Hope this was helpful. Would love to hear comments. This is my first video in a while, so forgive me if I stumbled over a few words there. But hope everyone's doing well, and catch you guys next time. Cheers.